When you alkalise your system gradually, your sweet tooth will come back. You won't want the sweet foods and drinks. You physically won't want it. I tried to eat a Milky Way the other day. I couldn't eat it. It was just too sweet. Your taste buds will literally change. Yes, there's a sugar product called xylitol. Okay, so you know these products are being promoted as not having negative effects. There is another product. What was the one that you mentioned this morning, sweetheart, on the train coming down in the weight loss book? Yeah. There's a couple of yeah, you wrote it down. Chicory root. Chicory root. What was the other one? Stevia. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same. Two good alternatives. Chicory root, stevia. If you really have to have it. Now I'm arguing that actually you only need this as a short-term fix. Because if you get through the next week and you begin to hydrate properly and you start to move towards alkalinity, your sweet tooth will begin to go and you won't physically want that sweet cup of tea or that sweet cup of coffee. You won't be able to stomach it. Jason? Jason's asking, spirits, good or bad? Really bad news, I'm afraid, Jason. What's your tipple? Yeah, terribly sorry. Vodka or whiskey? Very dicey, very, very acidic, very, very dehydrating. I'm terribly sorry.
Whiskey with water.
No. Another question at the back? Sorry, I can't hear you. Yeah, crisps are a disaster area. Even the healthy varieties, I'm afraid. Baked ones, if I have to eat crisps, I'll eat the baked ones. Because if you look at the fat content, but still if you read the ingredients, the toxicity in there is stunning. And I'm going to talk to you about toxicity in a minute. So what you're trying to do here is you're trying to hydrate, you're trying to eat more alkaline foods, and you're trying to eliminate as much of the toxic stuff as you can. The question over here. Right, carbohydrates. We all need a certain amount of carbohydrate, particularly if you exercise or you play sport. My suggestion is, and I'm going to come on to food combining as the next step, that you don't combine carbohydrates and proteins. That's the number one rule of food combining. You can combine carbohydrates with vegetables. You can eat pretty much any vegetable you like in combination with carbohydrates. And I'm going to tell you the one specific reason why you mustn't combine carbs and proteins together in the next step. So I don't want to come on to that just yet.
Pulses.
Pulses, brilliant. Pulses and grains, absolutely fine. Remember Mark was saying our 2,000-year-old diet, 2 million-year-old diet? What we have evolved to eat were the things on the right-hand side, not the things on the left-hand side, nearly so much.
So do you need to be aware of portion control still?
You need to be conscious of portion control. What you find is what you should aim to do is to stop before you physically feel full. It takes 15 minutes from ingestion to the point of the food reaching your stomach to the point where you actually think, yes, I've had enough. So you actually probably need to finish eating slightly earlier than you would otherwise have done. So portion control is certainly a part of it, but it's not a key part. If you still keep eating the same portions, but you're eating more of the things on the right-hand side and less of the things on the left-hand side, you will lose weight. And chew, right, thank you, sweetheart. Chewing your food thoroughly is one of the best ways to lose weight. Chew your food 30 times before you swallow it. You will combine the food with the enzymes in your mouth, which is the beginning part of the digestion process. So by the time the food reaches your stomach, it's already part digested. So you're actually getting the nutrients that much faster, using less energy to use it up. So that's going to be really powerful. So chew your food very thoroughly. Not only that, you'll feel fuller quicker, so you won't want such large portions. Another question at the back there.
What's your view on white meat? You said not red meat.
Well, we still eat chicken, although I found out a horrific fact about chicken. Chickens ingest their own urine, which is why the chicken tastes as it does. Would you still want to eat it? Maybe. I mean, we probably still will, because we're talking about having a chicken for Christmas Day instead of a turkey. But I have a nut cutlet. Yeah. No, rice. Right. Rice on its own, plain rice, is a carbohydrate, it's a starch. As long as you don't combine it with protein, you are going to be okay with that with some vegetables. But the sort of things that you add to it, and this is where weight gain can be an issue in sort of Indian and other cultures where you eat a lot of rice combined with particular sorts of fats and so on, then that actually can be very unhealthy. So it's the fats you're eating. You've got to be eating good fats. Good fats are the monosaturates and the polyunsaturates. All explained in my ebook. You must read it. It's all there. It's written for you. I'm really surprised none of you read it. It's all in there. So you need to be eating more of the monounsaturates and the polyunsaturates, which is your olive oil, your avocados, your hemp oil, your flax oil, not vegetable oil, animal fat. Any fat which turns solid at room temperature is not what you need. Anything that turns solid at room temperature is not what you need. So olive oil is one of the best substances you can eat. We drizzle olive oil on our salads, on our fish, on our food. It's a wonderful substance. It's highly alkalizing, but not only that, it feeds the brain. The brain is 70% fat. So we do need fats, we just need the right fats. Now, if I can feed my brain the right fuel, it will perform much better. If I feed it fish and chips, it doesn't perform too well. It's not the right fats. If I feed it the right fats, it's running on the right fuel. It's having an Aston Martin and running it on the right fuel. Most of us take more care of our cars than we do of our bodies. And that's the message that we're trying to get over today. We're saying, look after your body as you would your car. Be preventative about the maintenance. Don't wait to break down at the side of the motorway because it never happens at the convenient time. Another question here.
Do you have a feeling that if you're going from less acidic foods to alkaline foods, that you need to take more vitamin or dietary supplements?
Question is, if you're moving from acid to alkaline, do you take more supplements? Yes, and I'm going to tell you exactly what supplements to take in a moment. Can you bear with me on that? Brilliant. It's a good question. Okay, so step 2 is moving to a more alkaline diet. Now, you will find a lot more information on this in the AV Diet Recipe Planner, which you've all had as a freebie for coming to this seminar, and also in the pH Miracle for Weight Loss, you'll find a whole raft of recipes and possibilities on alkalinity. There's another fantastic website that I suggest you use. It's called amazingphdiet.com. www.amazingphdiet.com. amazingphdiet.com. If you register there, you can get free newsletter, which will have every week it will pop alkalizing recipes into your mailbox, and it's got some great material on it, and it's free. So I thoroughly recommend that you use that. You get into it.
So how would we measure? Can we get too alkaline?
Yeah, you can. You can die if you get too alkaline.
Measure that.
You can measure it with your saliva. You can buy strips from the chemist to measure your saliva in your mouth. Yeah. Personally, I think it's less reliable than a blood test. So it's not a good time, because if you measure it in the morning, you'll have changes overnight. It's like when you get on the scales first thing in the morning, your weight can be 3 or 4 pounds different. So my advice to you is, if you're really serious about it, get your blood pH level measured by a medical practitioner and see what that's like. And you could actually get them, Mark was telling me about a program that he's going on in Larnaca, Cyprus. You can actually get doctors to look at your blood samples under a microscope and see literally how healthy you are at the cellular level, and whether or not your photographs look like the blood cells of an acidic person or an alkaline person. Now, I think you can get a bit obsessive about this. My advice to you is just take it slowly. Notice the changes in your body. Your body will tell you how it's feeling. Not only that, your clothes will show you. So rather than rely on getting on the scales twice a day, just rely on how you feel in your body and how your clothes are fitting and how much energy you have in your body. And that will actually tell you the results you're getting. And I guarantee you, if you do what I'm saying, within 10 days, you will start to feel very differently. Give me 10 days and I'll change your life. But you've got to change it. I can't change it. So read the ebook that I've provided you with. And also, if you want to get into more detail, lots of additional alkalizing recipes in there.